will escape with a victory.
Guys, hello, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General. And guys, I wanted to do a little follow-up video really quickly before I get right back into my schoolwork and skill bridge. Just taking a little break after I had lunch. And talk a little bit about yesterday's game, okay? Did not disappoint, okay? Except if you're a Fever fan, but even then, I don't feel as though you have much to, be concerned about, besides certain players that I'm going to talk about, okay, right now in this video. But overall, they had put up a good fight. They had a good game, okay? Even though the lead that the Atlanta Dream had over them at the most was 14 points. They had a 14-point lead. But again, with Caitlin Clark and that logo 3, that signature move of hers, along with Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and et cetera, they were able to cut down that deficit in no time, literally in the beginning of the fourth quarter, okay? They came up, and they showed up, and they showed out, okay, when it came to the Atlanta Dream game. The Indiana Fever was in jeopardy all 3 quarters, but in that fourth and final quarter, Atlanta Dream was in jeopardy, okay? But I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed in DeWanna Bonner's performance. Okay, people have been coming from Natasha Howard. I'm gonna speak a little bit about her, just looking at her player stats, her statistics in that game last night. But again, DeWanna Bonner stuck out to me like a sore thumb, Okay, and the fact that again they just acquired the new head coach, the latest and greatest, Miss Stephanie White. Okay, we're gonna give her respect, her accolades, her admiration, her flowers. Okay, we all make mistakes. Again, this is her first season coaching the Indiana Fever. Guys, if you don't know, she used to actually play, I believe she played 4 seasons in the WNBA. She used to be a Fever player herself, and she was actually number 22, same as Caitlin Clark. Okay, so that's crazy that, they kind of have that connection. But, guys, Stephanie White was the previous head coach of my Connecticut Sun last year. That team has since imploded. Okay, the Sun literally exploded. It's a hot mess right now. I still keep up with them because I like Marina Mabrey, but they are a hot mess. Now, Stephanie White is now being the head coach of the Indiana Fever. People have been dragging her as well as DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard because of last night's game. They saying that Stephanie White has been sent to terrorize this team just as Chrissy Sides did, okay, allegedly, apparently. I know a lot of Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans, they did not like Chrissy Sides, okay, her coaching techniques and tactics last season. And they are saying that, it's obvious that Stephanie White it's just ain't no better. Okay, she's not that good. People are dragging Stephanie White. Okay, I believe she did call out, many timeouts. I saw her do many timeouts. Okay, and I saw her fight for her team. It was I remember she challenged 2 fouls or 2 something that the refs had did. It was a foul on DeWanna Bonner when DeWanna Bonner didn't even touch the ball. It was an Atlanta Dream player. Stephanie White brought that up to the officials and the refs. Okay, she fought for that team and got it fixed and squared away. So again, Stephanie White is doing the best she can. Again, they don't have much to be ashamed of yesterday's game. I believe the Indiana Fever did all they could for the most part, but again, that defensive mechanism that Atlanta Dream had over the Fever was crazy because, again, the Fever actually low-key outscored them and they shot at a higher percentage from the field goal percentage-wise, than the Atlanta Dream, but the Atlanta Dream smothered them girls, again, like some country fried steak, okay, with mashed potatoes and gravy, okay? They smothered them on the defensive side, and they was able to contain them for the majority of this game, and that's where Indiana Fever blew it. Now it's time we move on from Stephanie White. Again, I still love her down. I believe she's doing an amazing job. Again, she called out the great call. She challenged the refs, okay? She did all she could as a head coach. Now, DeWanna Bonner, again, she's 37 years of age. Again, age ain't nothing but a number. I'm not trying to be ageist, okay? I hope to be. Okay, I just turned 30. Okay, she's only 7 years older than me. But it's her age starting to show. It's starting to slow her down. Guys, DeWanna Bonner last night's game, she played a total of 16 minutes. She produced 0 points. She produced 1 assist, and she made 3 rebounds. DeWanna, baby, you're scaring me. What is going on? I don't like it. It's like this, okay? Again, DeWanna Bonner was under head coach Stephanie White. Again, Stephanie White was the Connecticut Suns coach last season for the 2024 WNBA season. DeWanna Bonner, in my opinion, just looking at this game, guys, even the preseason games, it appears as though she does not fit that well into the Indiana Fever system. Does that make sense? To me, I still like a head game, a mind game, to see all these players getting switched around. To see DeWanna Bonner in a freaking Indiana Fever jersey and her fiance, her soon-to-be wife, Alyssa Thomas, is not by her side. Perhaps that could be it. Perhaps it's personal issues, okay? I believe the twin girls that she had with her ex-partner, Candace Dupree, she actually has them living, allegedly this is what I researched online, she has them living with her ex, who she conceived the children with, down there in Tennessee, which is like a one-way easy flight from Indianapolis to Tennessee. But of course, her soon-to-be wife and fiance, Alyssa Thomas, She is now a Phoenix Mercury player. Okay, they're thousands of miles apart. Okay, Indianapolis, Indiana, Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, they're not together anymore. Okay, and like also like if it's true that her twin girls are now living with her ex Candace Dupree, whom she can see the kids with down there in Tennessee. It's just like a lot going on. Like maybe we got to give her some grace again. Not only is she 37 years of age, okay, she still broke many records. She's a championship player, both her and Natasha Howard, which is why so many people, including myself, were just shocked at how their poor performance from last night's game. Let's be real. Again, DeWanna Bonner, you're scaring me, okay? 16 minutes and 0 points. She was like a terrible shot selector. I saw her trying to like shoot the ball from like the side of the I believe it was the right side of the hoop. And it's like it literally airballed, went like right over and like out of bounds. This is crazy. Like last night, the shots that she tried to select and make were terrible. I'm like, what is she doing? So DeWanna Bonner, girl, I said all I can say about you. Hopefully, you get it together and you find your rhythm. Maybe it's like, a role thing. I think she plays with the 6. I don't even think she's the 4 or the 5 no more, okay? She's not even a starting player, okay? Specifically on this game, I don't remember her being a starter. Or maybe she was. Because she played 16 minutes. Maybe she was a starter. But she immediately had, like, Stephanie White was literally stepping her in and out. And again, they have a really close relationship. Again, I'm more than sure that the reason why she chose Indiana Fever was just as long as she could be under Stephanie White, because again, they've been together for so long, okay, as her head coach and as her player. But guys, Natasha Howard, okay, her wife is not happy with y'all, okay, for criticizing and analyzing her poor performance last night. Okay, she probably ain't gonna be happy with me. Okay, her wife Jack Ellie, I'll put it all on the side of my screen. She tweeted, "Be mad, that's cool, but that being racist ain't gonna cut it with me. I'm not waiting on nobody to investigate ish. You better keep Howard's name to a minimum. Now, don't come for me, Miss Jack Ill. I'm not here for no racism and sexism. Again, we don't do no hate on this channel. I'm just talking about what your wife did. Okay, we're talking pure numbers, pure statistics. Okay. Now, last night's game, guys, Natasha Howard played a total of 29 minutes. She produced 6 points. Okay, she did 6 more than DeWanna Bonner, and she put up 0 assists and had 9 rebounds. Again, she performed far better than DeWanna Bonner, scoring and rebound ability. But she didn't have any assists. But it's like this. Both DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard are They're champions. They won championship games before. Again, I think Natasha Howard is in her early 30s, 32, 33, just a couple years older than me. Again, the fact that during the last 20-something seconds of the game, remember after Kelsey Mitchell had fouled, was it Ryan Howard? I'm sorry, guys. Again, my memory is a mess. Listen, Kelsey Mitchell fouled somebody on the Atlanta Dream, right? And I believe it was Ryan Howard, and that's how they got the 2 free throw shots, okay? And then at the last possession, okay, it was their ball. It was an Indiana Fever's ball. Instead of giving it to Caitlin Clark, who was known for her logo threes, instead of giving it to, I think Lexi Hall was at the game at this point, but if she was on the floor, Lexi Hall. They could have gave it to Kelsey Mitchell. They could have gave it to Leah Boston. If my memory serves me correctly, they gave the ball for the last possession of that game. They could have saved the game. They could have did something to Natasha Howard, and she bricked it. And I think it was Nia Coffey, or it was some new girl from the Atlanta Dream. She grabbed that possession. Maybe now it's Hillman. I'm not sure. Again, please don't tear me up in the comments. I can't remember. I'm still trying to get used to all these players and the rookies, and everybody didn't switch jerseys on me and teams. But somebody from the Atlanta Dream grabbed that possession and held on to it tight, and that was game 90 to 91 points. They came for Natasha Howard. They didn't came for DeWanna Bonner. They didn't came for Stephanie White. And again, this is just my assessment and what my memories have served me from last night's game. But guys, comment down below your thoughts. But again, DeWanna Bonner, remember who you are, okay? Natasha Howard, remember who you are. Stephanie White, girl, remember who you are. But again, Stephanie White, to me, she don't deserve that much criticism. She was challenging calls. She was challenging the refs. She was challenging, technical foul shots and things of this nature. To me, she did her job. She did all she could above and beyond. But when they was drawing out that last play, what was it, the last time out after Ryan Howard got those 2 free throw shots and it brung the score to 90 to 91, they had no business. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but whoever gave Natasha Howard the ball, I know it was her. It had to be her for that last possession. Low key, she because she missed the freaking shot. So it's like, again, I understand her wife, trying to protect her wife. If it's racism comments, obviously I don't agree with that. But we gonna talk about how she played poorly last night, man. I'm sorry, but Natasha Howard could do so much better. But again, in my opinion, as the coach, Stephanie White, I would like that last possession got to go to either Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, or Leah Boston. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on yesterday's game. Guys, you agree with the criticism that they are all receiving? Stephanie White, Natasha Howard, and DeWanna Bonner. please comment down below.